the elite, stretching down into the majority of people who went to college, has a kind of seething contempt for the people who are not in the elite. I first noticed this when Obama first ran for the presidency. He made a comment about those who clutched their guns and Bibles, and it was a kind of patronizing. When Hillary Clinton ran, I was not very happy with Donald Trump. Too vulgar. It seemed to me to be cruel. I almost voted for Hillary Clinton, but there was a point when she talked about the kind of people that weren't with her as deplorables
Yes.
and irredeemables, and it was the irredeemable part that bothered me. That's Protestant theological language for those who need to be cast into the outer darkness. I listened to that and I thought, I wonder if they're going to have re-education camps next. And step by step, that kind of rhetoric of contempt for people who aren't on your side has become standard. We now have a president who talks about people who voted for Donald Trump as fascists. I mean, it's simply remarkable. And when you talk about people that way, they get angry and they stay angry. Furthermore, you are teaching the followers of your party how they should treat the people they come into contact with who are of that sort. That is to say, who are sympathetic to Donald Trump. The neoliberal global order, the rules-based international order, which became a kind of universal order after the Cold War, for a while anyway, produced enormous wealth in this country. And it led to the emergence of this particular class that thinks of itself as righteous. It's as if the old Puritanism has returned in a new form. The same intrusiveness, the same self-righteousness, and a propensity for treating ordinary folks, plumbers, electricians, small businessmen, with a kind of seething contempt. I've not seen this before in American life. Those in positions of responsibility, if they had such opinions about their fellow citizens, kept them to themselves. If someone in the 1970s had referred to those who supported another political party, one of the two major political parties in this country, as fascists, that would have been the end of that person's career.
Yeah.
It would have been over. The people in their own party would have destroyed them. So there's something that has happened, and the people who have profited most from this rules-based order are the ones who are most hostile to this rules-based order.
What an irony.
Yeah. It's, and again, I think it's generational. I grew up in the wake of World War II. I was born in 1948. And patriotism and a pride in American institutions was the common coin of the realm. And with some reason, we had come through the first two world wars rather well. And we were caught up in the Cold War, and we weren't doing perfectly well, but we were doing tolerably well. And that managed actually to last until about 1980, maybe 1988. The end of the Cold War marked the beginning of a sea change in American life. I don't think it became visible until the Obama administration. And I don't quite know how it will end. In Britain, there's a phrase that gets used for certain periods of time between elections called the silly season.
Yes.
Okay. The United States is going through an elongated silly season in which one of our political parties thinks the real problem in American life is that biological males can't use women's bathrooms. And they want to shove that down people's throats. And all of the sort of people in charge of the culture, Netflix, Amazon Prime, and so forth, they're trying to make propaganda films and TV series pushing this kind of thing.
It's getting very hard to find a good movie.
Yes. Now, the effect of it is no one's watching this stuff. I mean, what they don't understand...
Well, Netflix is certainly discovering that.
Yes, they are. And Amazon Prime as well. They're canceling series that they thought would be the thing. One dimension of this that may be true is our upper middle class lives in a bubble. They don't actually know people who think otherwise. And I'll give you an example of this. When Trump was elected, the New York Times sent a reporter to Hillsdale College on an anthropological expedition to, look at the natives. And he was shocked because he was an older guy, had been their Beijing station chief at one stage. And he discovered what we were teaching was what he was taught when he was in college. The New Yorker just sent someone here whom I met with last week. Well, again, she's essentially been sent here on an anthropological expedition. And I think she was similarly shocked because, if you live in the Beltway between Washington and Boston and don't go out into the world, you don't meet anybody that is upset with the kind of direction that they want to go. And there really is no understanding of it. But there's a subversion of institutions. Look, sending the FBI to raid the home of a former president would have been unthinkable in the past. And that it's simply done now is remarkable.